Oh, that's a video. Shit, sorry.
Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
I'm not doing anything flashy, Daddy, but I'm getting results.
And Kale Hall.
The biggest and the best looking is right here. It's been your pleasure.
The Rob and Kale Podcast.
That still makes me happy every time I hear that. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. My name is Rob. My partner in the upstate is also known as Carolina Jackpot. Welcome into the show there, Jackpot. What's up, buddy?
Not much. Wednesday evening, one of my second favorite evening of the week, when I get to come on here and do this wonderful, delicious podcast, and I can't wait to see what all we've got in store tonight. Hopefully, we'll get some phone calls in. Hopefully, we'll get some new folks in here. Football season's just around the corner.
Yeah, it's definitely not that far away. And of course, we're looking forward to that. We've got to tonight. We're going to talk about South Carolina's spring game and what does Jackpot expect from his team as they square off in the spring game on Saturday. What does he think he's going to see, and what would he like to see, and what would he not like to see? We'll get that to you this evening. Also, we're going to pick over and under on the FPI for the ACC. We already did the SEC. We're going to do the ACC tonight as well. So jam-packed show for you here tonight. We'll squeeze calls and all that in here too later on. All right, so let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Go by and check out the only Golden Tee Lounge in the Midlands. If you're into Golden Tee, that's the place to go. Get you some retro video games as well. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. We also have from Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport, the fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, tell us the story, sir.
It sucks to be a Gamecock. It's been 2,329 days since my team has beaten Clemson on the football field. Did you know that Clemson won a national title before my Gamecocks won a bowl game? Congrats to the Clemson softball team as they're beating the shit out of the JV school I support tonight. Remember, this is Clemson State.
Yep.
It's such a big Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That's right. It is Clemson State, by God. Started a softball team 2 seasons ago, went into Columbia, and just boat raced these Gamecocks. 6-0 is your final. Valerie Cagle, the lady on the diamond tonight, the two-way player for Clemson, she just goes out there and throws a 3-hit shutout right there in the heart of Columbia, not far from the shadows of Williams-Brice Stadium. Hopefully, they knocked out some of the crackheads so these young ladies could actually play in peace. And Clemson went down there and beat the shit out of them. So,
I mean, a sport like that, I mean, women softball, I mean, you got to be kind of, the women got to be kind of, a little bit on the, what I say, testosterone-laced side to be really good at that. And, I mean, congratulations, because, I mean, you probably got some girls like that up there. I mean, from years of,
whatever it is that you need to
cow tipping and chewing tobacco and whatever else they do up there.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Valerie Cagle with the win. Congratulations to Clemson as they win the softball state title tonight. Once again, proving, as always, it does, as Dennis Wilson would tell you, it does suck to be a Gamecock. As always, go Tigers. All right, so
It's, I'm not saying anything bad, but yeah. You remember how? You remember when Shawn Michaels and Hunter Hearst Helms they first started the DX thing, and Shawn Michaels was supposedly putting tube socks down in his drawers there to make something look enhanced. Let's just say the Clemson softball girls don't have to do that. Huh?
damn it, jackpot! I will not sit idly by and let you badmouth Valerie Cagle and the Clemson Tigers tonight. They went into Columbia and beat the shit out of your team. Wear that loss with pride, sir. Wear it with pride. Come on, man. Jackpot's like, have you ever been to a softball game, Jackpot, of like college softball?
No, but my when I was in I don't know. I guess when I was in high school, my cousin, she was a pitcher for Chapman High School up here in the upstate, up here near Spartanburg, and we was at the family get together. I don't know. I guess I was a senior, and she was probably like a freshman or sophomore, and she pitched, and she threw me a few pitches, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna crack this thing over those mountains right there. And the first one almost fucking hit me. The second one, I mean, she blew it past me. I like swung and missed at it, and like my uncle, he was playing catcher, I guess, like he already had it in his catcher's mitt for like 3 seconds before I ever swung at the ball. So that was from some serious heat. They won the state championship too.
Yeah, pretty interesting there. Anyway, yeah, so shout out to them tonight as the Clemson women softball team. I don't think they have a men's softball team, but they might. They win. All right, so let's move on to the spring game, Jackpot. And I wanted to talk with you about this because this is a big deal. Shane Beamer's first spring game. And I'll tell you what, it's been interesting to say the least this spring with who's been out there. And it seems like, and I think you've noticed this too, you mentioned it last show, different coaches talking about different players that you haven't really heard of. So that's kind of interesting. But I wanted to get what you thought of the spring game and what you expect on Saturday.
Well, I think that South Carolina's offense, I think their offense will look pretty good. I'm interested to see what kind of development we have at the quarterback position. I really want to see that first string defense. And I'd like to see, and I know you won't, but I'd like to see that first D against that first offense because I've been hearing some really good things about the defensive line. I want to see what kind of pressure they're able to apply. But also, I want to see what the secondary that we got and linebackers. I want to see what we got coming, what we have to look forward to, or maybe not look forward to. I think that's going to be a big weakness on our team this year: the secondary and the linebackers. I think South Carolina will be all right in a couple of years at those positions, but for a couple of years, quite frankly, I think we're going to suck. So, and I think that our wins will come from outscoring teams when we're able to get those wins. I really do. I think the defense is going to. I think last year was bad. I don't know. It could even take a step back from that. But if we're able to put some points on the board, we may be okay in some situations. But that's just an area of concern that I would like to see addressed, and like to see what they've done to remedy that during the spring game. I also want to see some of those special teams and that much heralded special teams coach, Pete Limbo. I want to see what Limbo's dialed up.
I don't know how much they'll do as far as like punt returns and stuff like that, but that is a very interesting thing there, Jackpot.
When you've got a special teams coach like Mr. Limbo, you need to be putting it on showcase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you want to show everything in the spring? I don't know how much they're going to possibly possibly do with that, you know?
I'm not saying trick plays and stuff. I just like to see a damn kickoff return. That's it.
Well, we'll see how that works. As far as for me, Cam Smith is a guy that I'm looking at because I think he's going to be leaned on, the former Westwood product. How will he do? Because he's going to be leaned on really hard because, of course, everyone that transferred out, left, went, what the hell ever. On the I think that he's important. Obviously, I don't know if they're going to have Birch and Pickens, if they're going to play together, but if they do, how's that going to look as far as pressuring the quarterback? Remember, South Carolina didn't really do well last year as far as rushing the quarterback. So I think that's a big deal. And the other thing too is that with Doty, you know, how is he taking on that Satterfield offense? And it's going to look different than what we've seen in the past for the Gamecocks. But obviously, they're not going to be doing stupid ass shit that Mike Bobo had them doing. Satterfield, is he going to run more, you know, pro style stuff? Is it going to be a lot more of trying to establish stuff with the running game? I don't know. The running backs, how many snaps will Kevin Harris get? Being someone that is dealing with what Clemson is right now with having the backup quarterback down, Kevin Harris should get about 5 snaps. That's about it. I'd run some of these other guys. I don't know if Marshawn Lloyd's going to play or not. We'll see about that. Zakondre White should get a lot of carries.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they want to see what they've got with him.
Coach likes him.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't avoid injuries and see what the defense can do a little bit. That's kind of the big thing there.
Good God, avoid injuries. I mean, you can't shout that from the mountaintop loud enough. I mean,
and that's and I'm not trying to be morbid or whatever, but one injury could, you know, turn the Gamecocks from a team that could win 5 to 6 games into a team that wins 3 games. I mean, that sounds kind of far-fetched, but I mean, it's true. Brock says Marshawn is not supposed to play. You're right. They're still rehabbing him. But, you know, I think I said this on the rundown today. Even if he was able to go, if I'm Coach Beamer, I'd have him just sit. Why not? Why run him out there?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense. And I wouldn't have Kevin Harris out there either, man. Not for much. Just get him a couple of snaps, and that's it. Zakondre White, let him run. Let him have his showing out there. And then I can't remember who the I think I've got a couple other guys I want to get.
Rashad Amos.
When you said that, I was thinking like almost like AJ Styles, almost big, huge guy.
He's almost a running back.
Anyway, all right. So Brandon's about right about that. Don't get Doty hurt either, because from what I've heard, and you know, the vibe around the program is Doty is kind of not necessarily locked down the job yet, but he's been the guy that's the leader, the one that's been you know, the forefront there for the offense. So we shall see. We shall definitely see. Anything else that you want to add there on the spring game jackpot?
No. I want to see if Parker White's as solid as he was last year. Maybe they'll let him do a little bit of kicking the ball around.
Did he graduate?
He did. He's back. I mean, he's back for 5th year.
Oh, okay.
6th year.
All right,
whatever. I don't know. He's like 30.
Damn it, jackpot.
And still can't put any hair on his peaches. What's that say?
That's a good point, sir. Good point. Anyway, we were going to do the FPI tonight for the ACC. And
wait.
What was it when I called you earlier today to talk about this stuff for tonight? What did we determine the ACC is this year? It's Clemson and a bunch of bitches, right?
Clemson and a bunch of shit shows.
Bunch of shit shows.
13 shit shows or whatever. Wow.
Let me pull up the ACC FPI, and we will start. You want to we'll work from the bottom and then go up. How does that sound, Jackpot?
That works.
Yeah, let's go down from the bottom here. They've got Syracuse projected with 4 wins. 4 wins for Syracuse, Jackpot. The last year they were not very good.
Now they traditionally play a pretty weak non-conference schedule.
Right. I'm pulling up their everyone's schedule right now. But when you look at the schedule for Syracuse, their non-conference schedule doesn't look like it'll be that tough. Let me see here as I'm running through it right now. Syracuse, they play Ohio, Rutgers. Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Who, Rutgers?
There's another team on the list that I have no clue who it is. I'm trying to figure it out who it is from their helmet. But my cat's losing her mind over here. Be quiet, Harambe. All right. Yeah, Syracuse, Rutgers, and it looks like Albany. Yeah, Albany, Liberty, Florida. Yeah, that's your 3 games there. Yep, that are out of conference. So you got Ohio, Rutgers, Albany, and Liberty. That's your non-conference games. 4 games right there, Jackpot. Which way are you floating on that?
What's their love affair? They played Liberty. This is like the 3rd year in a row. Do they just have a damn shit? How many games do they have them winning?
4.
I don't think they get it. I think they can beat Ohio and Albany. I think they lose to Syracuse, and I think they lose to Rutgers. And last year's team was not. They weren't very good.
They lose to Liberty. They lose to Liberty, right? Is what you're thinking?
Yeah, they weren't very good on either side of the ball, and they were just bad. Of course, they could go. They go on the road, against some tough competition. Kind of gave them a little bit of a scare. I don't think they were able to really do that this year. I see them losing a lot more games than they win, and I don't think they reach that 4 wins. I go under with that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jackpot. I like the under with Syracuse. What do you guys think over there in the chat room? Do you like Syracuse to go over or under 5? Over or under 4, basically. I'm sorry. They have them at 4 wins according to the FBI. FBI, not FPI. Ugh. Very interesting comment there from Jordan. Roy Cooper is lifting capacity limits June 1st, so Clemson UGA should be at full capacity on September the 4th. Yeah, that's true.
Now, why? And their governor up there was pretty strict on a lot of stuff for a while. So why is this damn bumbling idiot we got down here in South Carolina not lifted all the restrictions yet?
Because he's Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, he's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. He's so damn. God damn, I hate these fucking idiots. Just anyway.
Yeah.
Good for North Carolina.
He's a moron. He is Foghorn Leghorn. I don't want to get into politics. That's not what we're trying to do. But yeah, it's interesting because when Roy Cooper is doing his thing, yeah, that's they're opening up North Carolina, which is good for everyone. And you really stop and think about it. All right, so the next team, the next schedule that we'll look at here is, man, as my computer is acting silly this evening. The next team that we'll look at from the ACC, both of us took the under with Syracuse. Duke, they've got Duke at 5. Over and under with 5, Jackpot.
Quick, throw out Alan V. The Troll Patrol says, great news, UGA fans will dominate the seats in Charlotte. Red and black home game. Ooh, I do not think so. That's Clemson's home away from home. I don't think UGA has ever even played there. I really don't. I don't think they've ever played there before. But I can't remember when.
I don't know. I'm just with Georgia fans, man. I just tell
Well,
them, bless your heart.
their first trip there is not going to be their fun. Smack around a little bit.
Smack around a little bit.
Smack around a lot bit.
A lot bit. Duke, by the way, is man, this helmet schedule is terrible. They play Kansas, Northwestern, App State, and I don't know, some team with a C on their helmet. You got them over or under 5 wins, Jackpot, for the Blue Devils.
Well, I don't think they beat Northwestern. They play App State this year.
Yeah.
That's a loss. See, that's 2-2 in the non-conference. Assuming they win against the team with the C on their helmet. We don't know who this is.
No, I don't know who it is. I'm looking at my football helmet schedule here, and
Cornell.
it might be Charlotte. I think it's Charlotte.
Yeah, they were supposed to play them last year, I think.
Right.
But they didn't. They ended up playing for whatever. Yeah, of COVID. Yeah, it is Charlotte. It's a road game too. It's at Charlotte. They play
Charlotte. Yeah.
They play Charlotte. It's at Charlotte. They're playing at Charlotte in the Jerry Richardson Stadium on September 4th, and they don't play App State. It's North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, I messed that up. So I think they beat North Carolina A&T by a field goal late. So give me that win there.
I mean, I could see them there. Okay, I could see them 3-1 in the non-conference. They're supposed to win 5.
Yep, 5. Over or under 5.
Dude, I'm gonna go under. I don't know what they got coming back, but I see they got games at North Carolina, at Virginia, which I think are losses. I think they probably dropped the games to Virginia Tech, Louisville, and Miami. I just don't think they're very deep. I don't think they're good enough to beat these teams. So I give them. I think the Wake Forest game is a potential win for them in conference. Maybe they beat Pittsburgh at home, but they get Miami and Louisville, Virginia Tech. I don't think they're better than those teams. Virginia, maybe Georgia Tech. Their bitch coach. Maybe they can get them. I don't know.
I don't like Georgia Tech coach a bitch coach. What's your problem with Jeff Collins?
He can't even shake a man's hand at midfield.
Oh, yes. I remember now. I got you.
He's a bitch.
I'm going under as well. I think it's going to be
he needs to stop doing so much talking and start doing a little bit more coaching. And he told everyone that he was a defensive guru and that he was going to have that defense so much better than when Paul Johnson was there. He don't. They can't stop anybody.
I'm taking the under with Jackpot. And speaking of Jeff Collins, you've got Georgia Tech as the next team there. They've got the Jackets predicted to win 5 games. Their schedule looks like this. They play Northern Illinois, Kennesaw State, Georgia, and I think is that Notre Dame? I think that's Notre Dame.
Who's this, Georgia Tech?
Look, we were talking about Georgia Tech. We talk so much about the ACC and the SEC football. The people that do the SEC football schedule do a real fucking good job. The people that do the ACC football schedule, it fucking sucks. Do better, for God's sakes. You can't get a damn helmet schedule right. But I don't know who half these damn teams, the helmet. There's one, Boston College has a team that just says GATE on it. If this were the SEC, it would have the name written on the bottom so you know who the fuck that is. I don't know who the hell that is.
Colgate.
It's fucking stupid. Look, all right, you know what? Now I'm off on a tangent. I'm going to share this with you so that we can all mock this together. Do better, ACC people. Holy shit. When I go to ACC kickoff this year, I'm going to be like the old man yelling. This is fucking stupid. They should do a better job with their helmet schedule. Look at this. Look at this helmet schedule, Jackpot. Freaking garbage. It's absolute garbage, this helmet schedule. You can't tell anything on this. Look at this. There's the full screen layout on it. Look at that. What I mean, gate, C. I don't know half these damn helmets. Holy shit. Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's their fucking helmet. So, I mean, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to,
do what the SEC does. They put down on the bottom, right under their name, what that is.
Oh, okay. Well,
You want to be a better conference, do that. Jerks. Anyway.
we'll get your shit together, ACC.
That's get your shit together. Make it where it's easier for people to freaking follow along. Can't even get a damn helmet schedule right. Anyway. Goodness. Georgia Tech has Northern Illinois, Kennesaw State, Notre Dame, and Georgia. That's their non-conference schedule, jackpot. Over and under is at 5. I'm taking the under. I think that they beat Northern Illinois and Kennesaw State. I think that Notre Dame beats them. Georgia beats them. So I got them 2-2 out of non-con. They've got to go to Miami. They got to play at Notre Dame too. That's not good. Over
and under is 5.
Over and under is 5.
I think they go 2-2 in the non-conference.
I'm going under, jackpot. Fuck them.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they go over.
Jackpot's got them over. I don't know where they're going to get that 6th win, jackpot, but we shall see.
Kennesaw State, Brock Lee said lose to Kennesaw State. That's possible. They're decent.
Still want to take the over, jackpot?
Yeah, I mean,
You just said their coach hasn't done shit. So you're kind of talking out of both sides of your mouth. You just said their coach hasn't done shit.
Well, there's not, but I mean, once again, look at the competition there. I mean, they don't exactly, any of those teams are capable of fucking up and losing to any of them on any given Saturday. They're not. They're very unpredictable.
Kennesaw State has a good coach. Okay, I can buy that.
Who played for Kennesaw State?
Who, jackpot?
Rick Steiner's son.
Ah, okay. There's always a wrestling reference, jackpot.
That's right.
All right, Boston College is up next. They are projected to win. We round up here. The 6.7s are projected to win 7 games. You going over or under on the 7 wins, jackpot?
For Boston College?
Yeah, I'll give you their non-conference schedule right now. They play Colgate and Massachusetts, as well as Temple and Missouri. That's a weird schedule. Colgate, Massachusetts, Temple, and Missouri. They open up ACC play October the 2nd at Clemson. That's what it says here. And then they go from there.
And what's their total?
6.7, so 7. Over or under 7?
Okay, they got, let's see. What's the rest of their schedule?
They play at Clemson. They have NC State at home, Louisville on the road. They go to Syracuse, welcome in Virginia Tech, go to Georgia Tech, home for Florida State, home for Wake.
I go over. I think they can win 8 games.
I do too. I like Boston College. So
yeah, I think they did really good last year. Them and Phil Jerkovic
and their coach Halfley, who's going to be coaching somewhere else. Probably
Delta
in the very
900 says this BC also play Crest. Crest is a high school in Shelby.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it is Crest, damn high school.
Okay, I said I don't know.
He's making fun because they also play Colgate.
I'm not arguing with you. You tell me they play Crest, I'm fine with it. Whatever, they play Crest, I believe you. Pitt opens up at 6 wins, jackpot. The Pitt schedule, as I'm not even going to look at this damn helmet schedule anymore because it's going to piss me off. So let's just look at Pitt's schedule as I bring it up here. Pitt will play UMass. They go to Tennessee. They play Western Michigan and New Hampshire. That
Oh,
Jesus Christ. What a shit show schedule that is.
New Hampshire and is UMass just getting bucked by everybody? They got Boston College and Pitt. Are they trying to get in the ACC?
I mean, I don't know. Notre Dame left. We could put somebody else in there. Why not?
I'm surprised Clemson's not putting them on the schedule. They're busy scheduling UConn.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been saying drop South Carolina forever. We get more out of playing UMass. So, anyway, they also go to Georgia Tech, to Virginia Tech. Clemson's a home game. They play Miami at home. Go to Duke. Go to North Carolina. Virginia at home. Or excuse me, the North Carolina comes to them. Virginia at home. They go to Syracuse. I think that I'm going to take the over because their non-conference schedule is terrible. So
yeah, I think that. Yeah, I would too. They'll go 4-0 in non-con.
I think so. I mean, I tell you what, Josh Heupel, if they go in on September the 11th and they beat Josh Heupel at Tennessee, I mean, wow, that would be. Boy, that would just warm the cockles of my heart right there, by God.
I think they probably will. I mean, I don't think Pat Narduzzi is just going to go into into Neyland Stadium and just take an L, just lying down. I mean, he seems to be pretty good coach there. So I think Pitt takes that one. Yeah. Tennessee's lost a lot. They'll still be figuring some things out by then. Josh will still be rallying the troops, so I think they'll think of it kind of as like an upset, like when they lost to BYU a couple years ago. But it won't be an upset. It really won't.
Louisville is the next team on the list here. They're projected to win 6.5, so it's 7-7 for Louisville. Jackpot, I'm looking up their schedule now. Their coach is a goddamn liar. We know that, right?
Yes, he is. Do not trust that snake in the grass.
Yeah. Their schedule, by the way, I wonder who they've got in their conference or non-conference schedule. Let's see here. They play Ole Miss, Eastern Kentucky, UCF, and Kentucky. That's their non-conference schedule. I think Kentucky throat fucks them. I really do. And I like they got UCF too. I think that's a loss. And I think Ole Miss is a loss. They're going to go 1-3 in conference.
Where do they play UCF at?
At home.
Not sure that's a loss. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. That's hard to. I don't know.
Over and under 7. I'm taking the under hard.
Yeah.
4 games.
Yeah, I could see that 7 because they were shitty last year.
Yeah,
I mean they really were. So I don't know where the sudden hype comes from. Well, they were turning all those skill players this year.
Yeah, but they had all those skill players and they still weren't worth a shit. You know.
I know, but. They were pretty talented. They'd be better off with them than without them. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point. But that non-conference schedule, I think Ole Miss is going to hang 60 on them in Atlanta.
I think the beach bum takes down the Cards.
The next matchup, the team we've got is Florida State, projected to win 6 wins, Jackpot. FSU last year, first season under their new coach. Not what they wanted, but we look at their schedule, their non-conference games. They play Notre Dame to open the season at home. They play Jacksonville State. So wow, Deion Sanders' team at home. That's 2 games. They play Jacksonville State. That's where Deion Sanders coaches, right?
No, it's Jackson State.
Oh, well, Jacksonville State. I'm sorry.
Jacksonville State's the Gamecocks.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jacksonville State, and then wouldn't you know who won the pony jackpot? They play UMass. So
Seriously?
I'm not bullshitting you. They play UMass October 23rd. Wouldn't you know who won the pony? And then,
Wouldn't
of
you
course,
know who
Florida
won the
the rest of
goddamn
the season.
pony?
If that's not that's the best Jim Cornette reference ever. Wouldn't you know who won the pony? It's UMass. Who they got in this? It's UMass. Yay! I think they go 2-2 in the non-conference. I think they go right at 6 wins. So I'm going to take the under.
Their losses are in the non-con of Florida. Who else did I have?
Florida and Notre Dame.
Okay.
I think they lose to Notre Dame at home too.
I don't know. They didn't look too impressive in their last game this past season, but anyway. Not too happy with Notre Dame. And Florida State played them kind of tough last year. What they got 6?
6. Let me give you the other games, Jackpot. It might help you. Louisville at home, Syracuse at home. In fact, yeah, they're let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of their first 5 are at home. They go to North Carolina. They play the Mass. They go to Clemson. They've got North Carolina State on the road, Miami at home, Boston College on the road, and then they play Florida on the road. Their last home game is November 13th, so their season's done right after that.
Yeah, I'll probably go under.
I'm going under with Florida State. All right, I'm glad we agree with that. Wake Forest, I swear to God, if Wake Forest is scheduled UMass too, I don't know. What you know? Wake Forest last year, I think Dave Clawson's a great coach. He does a lot with a little, and man, their quarterback in the bowl game last year was pretty bad. I mean, he threw all them interceptions. Hadn't thrown all them interceptions in a while, but then all of a sudden decided to throw a ton of them. They start the season, their non-conference schedules are Old Dominion, Norfolk State. I didn't know Norfolk State had a football team. Real talk.
Yeah,
I knew they played
good.
basketball. October 16th, they play the bye. I guess that's out there. Is that I only see hold on. Old Dominion, Norfolk State, and Army. Yeah. And then North Carolina is considered a non-conference game because of that's that weird ass thing. It's not a conference game, but they play North Carolina. So I think that Army beats them. I think that North Carolina beats them, and I think they win the other 2. So
where do they play Army at?
They play Army at West Point. Over and under is 7 for the Deeks. Give me the under for Coach Clawson. I think they win 6 games.
Yeah, I take that too. That sounds pretty legitimate. I mean, I don't ever bet. I don't know. With Army, you don't know. I mean, Army's past couple of years, they've had some kind of shitty teams that haven't been that good, but they're always pretty tough.
They're smart kids.
Yeah, they're taking them. They're playing them in West Point, so I would probably leading the way of the Black Knights in that one. So give me the under on Wake Forest.
Up next is NC State. They're at 7 wins, Jackpot. Their non-conference schedule is they play South Florida. They have Mississippi State. They play on the road there. They play Furman on Ag Day. Ag Day up there for NC State.
Go Furman.
And they play Louisiana Tech on Educator Appreciation Day. They have Clemson at home. They go to Boston College. Miami's on the road. Louisville's at home for homecoming. They go to Florida State, to Wake Forest. And they've got North Carolina at home to wrap up the season. They've got the Wolfpack at 7 wins. I think
go under.
Where are you leaning?
I think it won 6.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I don't like Dave Doran. Fuck him.
I don't like NC State, period.
Yeah. Give me the under. I don't think they're going to have much this year. All right, then we move on. Our next one is Virginia. Man, Jackpot doesn't like Virginia. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Jackpot don't want anything to do with Virginia right now, I'm sure.
No, I don't really want to have anything to do with them.
Yeah. Virginia's scheduled. They've got them predicted to win 7 games, Jackpot. Their non-conference schedule. They play William and Mary, Illinois. That would be 2. And I'm looking for the rest of them here. They go to BYU, and they've got Notre Dame. That's tough. Playing at BYU, playing Notre Dame at home.
They could go 2-2 with that.
Yeah,
they could potentially go 1-3 with that. They could lose to Illinois. I mean, it's not inconceivable. Because they're smart. They hired Brett Bielema as their fucking head coach. What the fucking dumbest fucking hire.
What?
I don't get that. That guy fucking ruined the damn program at Arkansas for Chad Morris, a fine Clemson feller, to come in, and they just couldn't do it. And then they're going to give him a damn head coaching job because he had some success at Wisconsin with somebody else's damn players. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, his wife is hot. We'll give him that. And they fired him on the field. So Arkansas was like, don't even go to your office. Just fucking leave. Take off that shirt. You don't even get to wear that out of here. Walk bare-chested to your car and get the fuck out of here now. That's basically what happened with him.
I wish they had fired Will Muschamp like that.
They should have. But, he would have just taken off that shirt and he's wearing a damn Georgia onesie underneath it.
Well, on top of the Georgia onesie, he would have had a shirt. So, just so you know, we won more games our first 3 years here, and on the back it says than anybody else.
That is the worst comment ever. Huffer Billy Paul says they go 2-0, 2-2 out of conference. CFB Fanatics says over all the way for Virginia. Man, I'm taking. I think. Wow, that's a tough one, Jackpot. But I'm gonna take the Cavs on the under.
How many do we have for them?
William and Mary. It's at 7.
Okay. Yeah, I would kind of lean with the under too. I don't like that non-conference schedule. It's kind of tough.
Yep. Up next for our picks here, we're picking against the FPI. We're putting all these up, by the way, on the website, robandkaleshow.com, so we can revisit them at the end of the season. If Jackpot does not kill me during the season, that may happen.
We'll be all kind of screwed up too.
Yeah, we'll be all. But see, here's the best part. We're putting these up there so that either A, will look really, really smart, or B, will look really, really stupid, one way or the other. That's the way we're rolling here on the Rob and Kale show this evening. Virginia Tech's projected to win 8 games. I think Justin Fuente is coaching for his job. Virginia Tech's schedule, their non-conference schedule includes let's see here. They play Middle Tennessee, West Virginia, Richmond, and Notre Dame. Project them to win 8 games. Give me I'm not trying to push you, Jackpot, but I'm going with the under. Under for Vatek.
I do too, and that Notre Dame thing. I mean, that's another huge big question mark for me now. Are they going to be any good? And I mean, I know that Ian Book is moving on. So I mean, we're chalking up like them and Virginia, all these other teams, and Florida State. We're chalking them all up to losing to Notre Dame. But I guarantee you that Notre Dame will lose 1, if not 2, of those ACC games, and they'll shit the bed against somebody that they shouldn't, or they'll play, really crappy and barely beat one of those teams that they should beat by 40 points, because that's just what Notre Dame does. They do it every year. Every year they lay a egg against an ACC team in Notre Dame Stadium and look terrible. It's just it will fucking happen. It happens every year, just like the sun rises and the sun sets.
I agree with Jackpot on this one. Yeah, no, they've got Notre Dame in the ACC picks here, so we'll pick up the Fighting Irish as well here in a moment. Miami, they've got them projected to win 8 games. Jackpot, listen to this non-conference. Alabama in Atlanta. Holy shit. Appalachian State at home. They play Michigan State at home. And then, the tough one here, Central Connecticut State. That's a tough ass non-conference schedule though. Alabama, Michigan State, and App State. You can hang your hat on those 3. They could go 1-3 in the non-con. Would you be shocked?
Could, but I got them going 3-1. I think they lose to Alabama. I think they'll beat. I think they'll beat App State. I mean, South Carolina's the only ones that loses to them. Oh well, and North Carolina. I think they'll beat them. It'll probably be a decent game, and then I think they beat
Michigan State.
Yeah, I think they win that one. Michigan State not very good, and then of course I think they squeak one out against the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils.
Their mascot is the Blue Devils, and I like the way their Blue Devil looks. He's not like the Duke Blue Devil. He looks like he's like a red devil, and they just
look mean.
Yeah, he actually looks like he could fuck you up and send you to the pits.
Duke Blue Devil doesn't look mean. He looks friendly. He's got a smile on his face like this. It's like this from the sideways. He's like.
He just looks happy. That's some funny though.
They should make one version with a big long nose.
Yeah, he needs a long nose with like warts on it, so he looks like he's a little bit rugged. You know what I'm saying?
So he looks like the basketball coach. So
that's exactly right. Have Krzyzewski's face on him. He looks like the fucking Count from Sesame Street. Fuck that guy too. All right, well, I'm taking Miami on the under. Jackpot, you're obviously taking him on the over then, right?
Yeah. I believe in the U.
Well, over here, buddy. Right here. Yeah, I know. I'll deal with that in a second. Hold on, let Dad do this.
Don't you yell at that boy, damn it.
I'm not yelling at my boy. Calm down. Anyway, I've got Miami going under. So Jackpot, I'm going to run and make sure he's good to go. The next one's North Carolina. They've got North Carolina at 9 wins. Are you taking the over or under with North Carolina? I'll be right back.
Home run higher. Y'all like UNC? What y'all think about Mac Brown coming in over there 2 years ago? Y'all think he was a home run hire?
Home run hire, by God.
I thought he was a grand slam hire.
Home run hire for Mac
Brown. At least a 3-run homer hire.
3-run. He's like Clemson softball team tonight out there hitting homers. Yes, sir. So North Carolina's non-conference schedule. They've got Georgia State.
I don't know. That's tough.
Georgia State, Notre Dame, Wake Forest, and Wofford.
Okay.
I'm taking North Carolina with the over. I think they win 10 games.
Yeah, they could win 3 of those.
Wofford's gonna be tough.
They could win all 4. It was who? Notre Dame,
Wake Forest, Wofford, and Georgia State.
Yeah, I think they probably win. They would win all 4 of those.
Mm-hmm. All right, I like UNC on the over. Jackpot, you got the over or under there? They play at Virginia Tech. They play at Georgia Tech. Miami and Florida State are home games. They go to Notre Dame. Wake Forest is a road game. Pitt's a road game. NC State's a road game.
Yeah, I go out on a limb and say they win 10 too. I go over with that. I think North Carolina will deliver the goods. They got a lot coming back, especially offensively, and that schedule not especially daunting. So, yeah, give me UNC to. I think they do drop off considerably after this coming year, though. Yeah, I don't look for Smack Brown to be around. I don't look for the 3-run homer hire to be around for a whole lot longer. But not as around as I could think he's going to die or anything. But I think he'll end up going back into retirement permanently. But look for him to set it up for the new head coach.
All right, they've got Notre Dame. Since I said we do Notre Dame, they've got them listed in the FPI here as an ACC team. Notre Dame, their schedule. They don't really have a non-conference schedule because all the games they're not in a fucking conference. But here are Notre Dame's games. They play at Florida State. They've got Toledo, Purdue. They play Wisconsin in Chicago. Okay, terrific. Cincinnati. They play at Virginia Tech. They play Southern Cal at home, North Carolina at home, Navy at home. They go to Virginia. They play Georgia Tech at home, and then they play on the road at Stanford to wrap up the season. They've got them projected to win 8 games.
I think that's about right. I don't know, man. I was not impressed with them last year. I would go under. Yeah, I really would. I'd go under.
I'm gonna take the under too. I got to win in 7 games. I think
I'm interested. I want to see Stanford get good again. Don't you want to see Stanford be good again?
I like it when smart kids do good, but I think Cincinnati is going to take their team full of ghetto guys and just bitch slap those Catholics around a little bit on October.
Yeah, they're ghetto.
Oh, they got a bunch of ghetto players. I follow some of them on Instagram. There's some ghetto guys there, gang signs and everything else. That's legit.
They got fucked in that damn
in the bowl game. Oh,
they absolutely got hosed in the Peach Bowl against Georgia.
They did. They got hosed. We both take Notre Dame with the under. That finally leaves the Clemson Tigers. Clemson's projected to win 12 games, go 12-0. Jackpot. You want to go first here? You got. Obviously, are they going undefeated or not?
Not.
Okay. Who do you have them losing to, Jackpot?
They're losing the last game of the regular season.
Get the fuck out of here. Now he's just being dumb. How much beer have you drank today, Jackpot?
Not a lot. Not being dumb. No, I in all seriousness, in the middle of the season, you play a 2-game stretch there where you go on the road to Pittsburgh, you go on the road to Syracuse. Now, I know the Syracuse thing was a farce a few years ago, but so oftentimes these two games in a row where you're on the road, can be problematic. I guarantee you one of those games will probably end up being scheduled for a fucking Friday night because that's just what they do. And I think Clemson shits the bed against one of those teams. I just do. I mean, you've had too many seasons where you just ran through this schedule like, shit through a tin horn. And, I think we saw a few chinks in the armor last year with Clemson. And I thought we've seen some things start to kind of unravel. Maybe, the culture is not exactly what we thought it was. And there are some things there that are less than desirable. And I just think you lose one. You lose one somewhere to the schedule. It could be the Pit in Heinz Field. It could be my Gamecocks. You could drop a game to the wet fart, Dave Doran and his bunch. Pray to God I got a field goal kicker this time. But I don't know. I think you dropped one somewhere.
What you said is fair, but I don't think so. I think that Clemson is a better.
Look at the ukulele. I mean, everybody lauds him with all this praise, but and they say, well, in his first college start, he went on the road and almost beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Well, that wasn't his first college start. His first college start was against Boston College. He almost lost. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still not sold on him being mature enough to run this thing to a 12-0 record. I could be wrong, but
Jackpot's going on the safe side here. I'm going on the side of.
We know definitely for a fact they're winning week 1. So that we can agree on.
Look, Clemson's got a better chance of losing an ACC game than the 2 SEC games that they play. Simple as that.
Yeah.
That's I like. If you told me that maybe they lose at NC State, I could possibly buy that. But I think they're
South Carolina games are Super Bowl, so I doubt they'll lose that one. But and then they're gunning for that Georgia matchup. They'll go in there and toss their set.
Clemson should replace South Carolina with Georgia on the schedule. We've talked about that for a while. There's some stuff in the chat room over here. Wake Forest is an ACC team, not a non-con game. In this season, it's a non-con game.
They did that last year or the year before,
right?
In 2019 too, because they're rivals and they want to play, but it's not in the rotation for them because they're on opposite sides of the ACC.
Right.
One of them's in shit show A, the other one's in shit show B. So whatever the thing, the one's in the coastal and one's in the Atlantic, but they want to play. Right. So they have to kind of do it as a non-conference thing. It's weird.
Yeah. But that's why they have it. So there you go with that. It is a non-conference game, it's not the way that it is. All right. So Jackpot I think Clemson's going to win out. Jackpot's got him going, dropping one game, but not to the leg humpers. He thinks they beat the leg humpers. So there's that.
I hadn't heard that in a while, leg humpers.
Leg humpers? You've called them leg humpers too before. If I
have before, but it's been a while. I said it's been a while since I've heard of leg humpers.
I think I stole that from you. Called them leg humpers. Or what? There was another name you had for them too. I can't remember. It was some weird name that I couldn't remember for Georgia that made me laugh really hard the first time I heard you say it. Clemson will teabag UGA.
I don't know.
Yeah. Shitpo. That's a good name for him. Shitpos. Jackpot got tickled by shitpos. That's funny. We'll take some calls now this evening. 803-470-2905. There's a number on the bottom of the screen. It's nice and rolling right across there for you. 803-470-2905. If you want to call and join the show this evening. Phone system's booting up right now. If you want to talk about the spring game or Jackpot's belch right there, we could talk about that. We can also get into if you want to talk about what we just said about Clemson. I think they went out. Jackpot's got them going under. So there's that. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. While we wait for calls, big baseball series this weekend for South Carolina. They play top-ranked Arkansas.
Huge.
Big series right there. And
Arkansas is number 1 right now.
Number 1 in the country. They will be first games tomorrow night at Founders Park.
When did they replace Candy Vandy as number 1?
I just know they're number 1. I don't remember, but I know that
Candy was number 1 there for a minute, I think.
Yeah, they were. I think Vanderbilt dropped off a little bit. Hold on just a second. I'll tell you exactly the. I've got. Here we go. Top 25. This is from D1 Baseball. D1 Baseball's top 25. Let's see here. Number 1 in the country is Arkansas. Vanderbilt's number 2.
Wow.
Mississippi State is number 4. Looking at your SEC teams. Jackpot. Tennessee is number 6. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they lost a couple of games to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, they lost to Tennessee, and then the one kid, his name's Kumar or something, he kind of lit up Tennessee, I think.
Yeah. Let's see here. South Carolina is 11th in the country. Ole Miss is 12th. Let's see here. I'm looking for other teams here. Florida's 15th. Florida started the season number 1. So Brandon says we should get our pets spayed and neutered. Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah, our friend over on Facebook, old John Houston, said that that South Carolina, when they won that series against Florida, that it was a joke because Florida had beaten Miami or had gotten beaten by Miami early in the season, and that hashtag Miami wasn't any good.
I'm not even going to talk baseball right now. Clemson is a shithole.
It's laughable at this point. I mean, it really is.
God. People are comparing Monty Lee to fucking Brad Brownell. They think that Monty Lee is the baseball version of Brad Brownell. That's
Brad might be a little better.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, someone call us this evening before we get out of here. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. That is the number to call if you want to join us here on the Rob and Kale Show.
Kumar, I didn't know that Kumar Rocker is Tracy Rocker's son. Huh.
That's what USC Insider says. Oh.
Well, fuck him. He'll probably Vanderbilt better watch out. He'll end up throwing all his shit in the back of the 78 Pinto and running off to another school in the middle of the night too. He'll be scheduled to pitch the next day, and he'll no call, no show.
Jackpot with the win. Brock says, I really don't care who wins game 1. Georgia loses Clemson no matter what. South Carolina. Yeah. I got nothing. I kind of hope, and we've done over and under with everybody here, but team that I want to just fall on their face a little bit is fucking Auburn. Auburn, with just the way that they dealt with Gus Malzahn, who did a pretty good job there. And then they hire this guy from the fucking Boise State, and he comes down and he's got to have him a bunch of SEC retreads. Whatever.
Exactly.
Man.
When he was winning a shit ton of games at Boise State, why wouldn't you bring coaches with you?
I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, he should have cut the damn blue Smurf turf up, rolled that son of a bitch up, threw it on top of his station wagon, and brought it down to Auburn and put it out, spread it out like fescue. I mean, they would have gladly accepted it. That's one of their colors is also, too. It could have become the Smurf turf South.
Yeah, it could have been. They could have dyed it. They could have dyed it a little bit. It's not to be because I mean that shit's like bright.
It's not like he doesn't. He won't recreate Auburn in his image. It's like he got the job at Auburn, so now he's got to recreate himself in the SEC image. That's not how that works.
Oh, by the way, whoever called us from the 470 number, call us right back, or I can call you back either way. Because I wasn't paying attention to the phone. 803 470 2905, 803 470 2905. As we'll take a call before we get out of here this evening.
Brandon Coombs says, watch Malzahn go kill it at Central Florida.
Of course he's going to go kill it at Central Florida. All right, and good evening. Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. What's up?
Hey, it's up for Billy Paul. I just
hey man, how are you?
Hey,
yeah, good man. You guys are doing good. I wanted to ask Kale. I got another one for you too, Rob. But
sure.
Kale, in terms of the coaching hires that Beamer's made, which one do you think is the most promising out of those hires?
probably the defensive coordinator, Clayton White. Because, I mean, he's already kind of proven himself.
That's good. That's good. Hey, I thought it was Satterfield actually, but
Yeah.
you're right. I could argue both. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I like them both. I think he's done well to get them. To be honest.
Yeah. Clayton just has proven himself, and I mean he's been a defensive coordinator at a D1 school more recently. I mean I know Satterfield was at Temple. That's been 5-6 years ago. He's only there a couple of seasons. He kind of bounced around a little bit, but we'll see. I'm impressed with him from what I've heard from him so far. He will.
Yeah, I actually started looking into the history, the lineage, right? And he looked. I think he's done a good job for all the chaos that was going on. He did a really good job to pull it together, get these guys on, and yeah.
Torrey Gray, getting him pulled in there, that was a big deal too. I mean, he's been defensive back coach in Florida for a number of years. And I mean, Florida's been pretty good defensively, so I think that was a good hire as well. Some of those cats I don't know that much about, but the offensive line coach that they brought in, that Greg Atkins.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I started peeling back the onion, and I went, man, they're good too. I mean, there's not a lot of bad hires here. So I just think it's South Carolina is going to feel a little bit more positive wind coming up. But what I do want to ask Rob about is on the Clemson side. Who do you think is our weakest coach or coaches, if maybe one or two, most questionable?
Well, the easy answer is CJ Spiller because he's never coached before.
Yep. Well, that was one I was going to point out. I thought it's an untested commodity, right?
Right.
But Pierman was the other one, right?
Well, but Pierman's not. Pierman's his job now is to. He's like an analyst. He's not even a coach anymore. He's an analyst more now.
So he's kind of got a Will Champ job.
Yeah, he's his job is to monitor the. I don't know if he's there to quote evaluate us, is what old women's visor head there said down at Georgia, but I think that his job for Pierman is to monitor the transfer portal and recruiting. That's his job right now. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
That's kind of a
Go ahead, Jack.
Wasted job because Clemson doesn't pick up players from the transfer portal.
Well, that was kind of the thing they were talking about. Maybe that's what they're going to have to do is, maybe moving in that direction. To be honest with you, I think that the negative vibe that Coach Pierman brought to Clemson with the racial slur stuff, he probably should have been fired anyway, to be completely honest with you. Levon Kirkland, who is an all-world player, was on my show and said point blank, he knows Danny Pierman, and he said that what he said was bullshit and it shouldn't have happened. And when you have that on your team there, I think that's one of the areas that Dabo Swinney is loyal, and I'll give him that, but he should have fired Danny Pierman, period. He could have waited until the end of the season. Yeah, he could have waited until the end of the season and then politely sent him on his way. But now you got this guy, and he's going to be, still doing something with the staff. And I'm not saying they should never work again. I'm just saying I'm not like holding him over the barrel for what he said. I'm holding him over the barrel because of what he brought to the program, meaning that you can be forgiven for what he did, okay? But you have to go and earn your forgiveness somewhere else. You don't get to stay here.
That's right.
When you make that kind of mistake.
Right.
So let's make sure we put that out there.
I agree. Well, I agree. That's one of the reasons why I brought it up, because I was thinking that as well. I was like, you don't taint things and let it just fester. You got to let it move on. And yep, that was a problem. But I just like it that Jackpot's going to have hope, and not only hope, but I think he's going to see some good things coming up. It's going to be good.
Well, Jackpot's wearing a Clemson shirt that says "Tiger for a day," or no, Tater for a day when they play Georgia.
Yeah,
I'm getting
get it manufactured.
Jackpot. I'm doing it myself. I'm paying for it, sir. I'm going to get with Eddie Hicks, who is a contributor to the show, and I will pay for it myself. And you know what? But if you keep losing weight, Jackpot, we might have to get you a fucking medium. You'd be just sitting up there in a nice little tube top action up there in a Clemson Tater for a day shirt.
You might.
Spaghetti straps. They used to call him Big Ball Daddy. Now they call him Medium Ball Daddy. He's lost so much weight. You're going to be, meeting Carolina Jackpot here shortly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jackpot keeps losing weight. I'm going to get him a fucking medium shirt. Shit's going to happen.
Yep.
That's going to happen.
Yep.
I'd like to get one that's bedazzled.
I appreciate I appreciate you taking my call, guys.
Appreciate it, brother.
And
Thank you so much.
Yep. Take care.
All right, bud. Hover Billy Paul joining us on the program. By the way, Michael says, why don't we post the number up there? It's right there, brother. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. What do you... Hey, look, call the show now. Do I need to make it bigger? Is that what I need to do? I can have it flashing there. Call the show now if that's what you need me to do. But Jackpot's going to be wearing a Clemson shirt that day. Brock says he's going to go from Jackpot to Jackpot. I'd love to see Kale lift some weights. I bet that would be fucking awesome. Jackpot getting ripped up. If Jackpot keeps losing weight, he's going to start lifting weights, and then he's going to get pissed off mid-season, and he's going to do a live video from down at the Cockaboose as he's monitoring his way onto the practice field, telling them, "You motherfuckers, I can block better than you can. Let me out." I can definitely see that happening. So anyway, look at him like rubbing his hands there. He's happy about that shit. Anyway, so there you go with that. New Rob and Kale show on Sunday. Tomorrow, Jackpot, right here on the Jackpot channel. I will have the lead baseball writer from Baseball America. He's coming into town to cover South Carolina and the Gamecocks and Arkansas, and he's going to come do my show with me 2 days in a row. So we've got that set up. If you're into the baseball thing, tell your friends. One of the biggest baseball writers in the country on the college front will be joining me for 2 hours, an hour tomorrow and an hour on Friday. This guy peeing in the dark or doing something else. He's probably peeing.
No, I'm standing here. I had to put my phone on charge.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, since Jackpot's got to charge his phone, we'll wrap it up.
Nasty minds. Thank you very much.
You have anything else for the show, Jackpot?
I don't. It's been a great show, guys. Thank you for your viewership and participation. It means a lot. Thanks.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you on Sunday tomorrow with Joe Healy from Baseball America.